Rise, warrior.
Way to go for me to pick another roguelike game. Volgarr the Viking is a really good game. I just couldn't finish it. Maybe if I dedicated 40 more hours into it, I could finish it, potentially. But I have other stuff to do, so this is more like a semi-review rather than a review, so sorry about that. This game is a great tribute to games like Mega Man and Battletoads, although Battletoads was clearly better because it had co-op. But still, Volgarr the Viking manages to make you feel really awesome when you kill enemies. Instead of having your fists grow insanely large when you hit dudes, you can throw spears into walls and jump on them, and you can hack and slash your way through enemies. The combat is very simple, but it feels really good. The controls are solid, but I have a few issues with them. Like for example, when you do a dodge roll, he always faces the other direction. So that's pretty annoying. But after a few hours, you really get into the groove of the game and you start to be able to pull off some really neat stunts like double jumping in the air and throwing a spear and then landing without actually dying. So that's pretty cool. So if you dedicate a lot of hours into Volgarr the Viking, you start to pick up on a decent amount of tricks. And once you get used to these controls, you start to feel progress as you play through the same part of the game over and over again. Though the trial and error part of these types of games is a must, Volgarr the Viking feels really good in this regard. You really start to learn how to avoid enemies and react to enemies, depending on what color they have, what type of weapon they have. You really feel like you're doing progress. The first section of a world is made for you to familiarize yourself with the enemies and the obstacles, and the second part is where the real fun starts. You'll have to battle your way through and beat the boss at the end, and that's where it gets really difficult. You'll have to swing your sword, you'll have to throw spears, and overall just Viking yourself through this second part of the world, in order for the game to even save your progress. Throughout a level you'll find loads of chests. Some of them are right in front of you, and some of them takes a bit of risk to get to. Unless you're a complete maniac or true Viking, you should go and collect as many of these chests as you can, because they progressively reward you with better and better stuff. At first it's a shield, then it's a better shield, then a badass helmet, and then a sword made of fiery death. So that's really good. I managed to get to the final part of the second world. It took me a decent amount of hours, but I'm really not gonna finish it. It's a really good game. I just had my fun with it. It's been worth every penny. It really has. If you're up for the challenge, this game is very well worth your time.